Well, it's August 17th, and I've got like literally a couple days to work on things. The excavator's coming in this weekend to cover all these trenches. We're going to have a couple loads of gravel brought out Monday, which is just going to be a start. I have no idea how much I'm going to need because we're going to go up in between the barn and the office. But right now I'm trying to work on finishing up the fence up here, and then I got to load up all this garbage on the side of the barn, the old fence, miscellaneous stuff. I gotta get it loaded up on the trailer. And this these concrete slab pieces, I'm gonna try to load them, including this monstrous 300-pound one that I'm gonna have to try to figure out how to flip over and cut it into sections and bust it up with a sledgehammer. And that's the plan. I don't know if that'll work or not. I gotta do something with it. And then I'm gonna try to cover some of this in with a shovel, just to keep things from getting busted up down there. And then I gotta work on that rock wall. See all those little rocks there? That's not cutting it. That got that way when we had severe rains in April and it flooded and it kind of washed the wall out, which is one of the things we're trying to prevent from happening again with doing ditch drainage up there above, in between the barn and the office. So anyway, I got a plan on how to address that. I don't know if it'll work. I hope it will. And yeah, so I'm gonna get busy, see what I can get done. It's gonna rain here in about an hour and a half, and I'm gonna try to finish this fence up here before it does that, at least. Well, I got my post set. I'm about to start putting the boards up. I think it'll look good when it's gonna come out. We shall see. I finished up the end of the fence. I think I'm okay with it, the way it looks. Now I'll have to still cut boards to go on the other side of it, on the exterior side, to go between the creases of each board where the boards come together. But it'll look a lot better once I get it all painted. So I got to paint this first, which I have no idea when that's going to happen. Whenever I can get to it, I guess. And then I'll put the other boards on, or paint them and then put them on, or put them on and then paint them, or something. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. So, but I'm making progress, and I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's a whole lot better than it was. So, it is what it is. I like it. Well, I'm trying to load up this trailer, haul off a bunch of stuff, the old fence and whatnot, and concrete slabs that were, and there's quite a few pieces over there. I've picked them up and I have them loaded on the trailer. And now I'm on this slab, and this is just huge. And I didn't know if I'd even be able to do anything with it, but I think I can. I just took my saw concrete blade and cut through that. I can only cut 3 inches. I don't even know if it's a full 3 inches. It looks like 2. Anyway, I was able to bust it up with a sledgehammer, so I'm going to try to dig it out and cut it into sections so I can get it hauled onto the trailer. Because it's got to go. Well, I'll get the trailer shortly. A lot of work here. Well, I got the concrete slab busted out, loaded up. Got all the miscellaneous concrete pieces there loaded up. And then got everything on the side of the barn loaded up. Quite a load. Roofing I gotta put somewhere. And then over here, I'm going to try to clean this up a little bit and put gravel all the way around up to the barn. And I'm gonna try if I can do it to move these rocks. They're pretty heavy, but I mean, they just don't need to be there. So, yeah, along with all these, making progress, I guess. You know, lots to do. It'll take the rest of that gravel to fill that in. Well, I'm about to haul off all this stuff to the dump. Got all these rocks pressure washed last night. Got these two big ones out of the ditch up there. The one was by the ditch, this big one was in it. It about killed me getting that thing out of there. And got to start on putting the gravel out by the barn. I moved this humongous one by hand from up there. I can't get it all the way into. I got it almost into position, but the excavator is going to have to scoot it over because I about killed myself just getting it right there. The thing's massive. But I pushed that one rock down there. I'm going to have the excavator guy move it. I don't like it there. But I think this will all turn out pretty good. I pressure washed these big rocks here, and they really, I mean, they kind of look dirty where I've been spreading gravel on them, but they look a lot better than they did before. Kind of brought out their color, like these that were buried. So making progress here. I'm gonna try to cut down this telephone pole so it can be. I'm gonna cut it at the base, I think, and then have the guy with the excavator dig it out, get rid of it. That's the plan. Anyway. It's August 20th, and I'm trying to get something done before I go to work. There's this big rock that goes right there, and this whole wall, as you can see, it's pushed out. That's from the last time it rained, and we've had it held in place, all these little rocks, but that was just temporary, and it's not working. I ended up dropping it, knocking it off, and fell right down the hill onto the only place it didn't need to go, onto the drain line and conduit. Hopefully didn't screw that up, but anyway, what I'm doing is I've drilled holes in it, in these rocks, and put concrete screws, and I'm going to pour colored concrete and mix some screen in with it, and hopefully I can make a base. It won't be, I'll have to have it kind of solid, not too liquidy because otherwise it'd run out, but we'll see how this works out. Well, I'm going to start on it. I've got screen in it and lots of screws. I have no idea if this will work or not. I mean, theoretically it should, as long as the concrete doesn't break out. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. It's August 21st, and the guy is coming tomorrow to cover in the trenches. Tim is his name. And so what I got done so far, I'm in between work right now, had a few hours. I've got all this gravel spread out, the remainder of the 10 tons. I cleaned up this area, pressure washed these rocks, and spread out the gravel around them just to kind of make it look, better than it did. I got the telephone pole cut down. That was fun. Yeah, it really was kind of fun. I had to watch a couple of YouTube videos just to make sure I did it right, but I did, and it dropped exactly where I notched it. And down around here, I'm working on my concrete today for this rock wall. This is day 2 of working on it. I've got this huge rock jacked up, and I'm going to pull out all those little rocks and clean that out and work on it. Stuff it full of concrete and then slowly lower it back down. And a bunch of little metal rods left over from insulation hangers that I kept, and I'm going to put those in there, and I'm going to build that up to where it needs to be on that side. What I did yesterday looks pretty good. It feels good. I think this will work. So, we'll see how this works out. Well, it's August 22nd. Big day here. The trench is getting filled. And I can't tell you how happy that makes me. And this guy is really good with this excavator. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And I'm so happy with my little homemade rock. Now that rock looks like it's at an angle, but only the top of it's at an angle. The bottom half is actually angled back a little bit, which translated means that's not going anywhere. That's so cool. I thought about that for the longest time before I figured out, hey, the light bulb, kind of went off a little bit. So I'll probably put a couple pieces of PVC in there for drainage, and then concrete up around those edges, and do the same thing there in that big gap, just to make it look a little more together. But I'm really happy with that. Now this, there's going to be a lot of cleanup to do here. I went to put this one rock back. Daggone if I didn't break it. But I got plenty to choose from. This is all covered in. Might get some concrete paint this walkway after we get everything all cleaned up. But I gotta saw this remaining piece of concrete and break it off with a sledgehammer so he can move it. And here's all these rocks we gotta move. He's gotta move onto the trailer. It's so weird to be walking up here. He's doing such a good job. It's just looking great. We're gonna have to pick a lot of these rocks out. It'll take a day, because this will actually be sowed back in grass. And then we'll have, when he gets done the cutter and everything, we're gonna have him dig another trench here for drainage, because we just love digging in the dirt. So I just wanted to capture something. It's fascinating for me to watch this guy, because he's just creating the yard as he goes, because this is all this weird, angle. There's going to be like a little drop off. And he's just sloping the yard all the way down to the ditch. I mean, like I said, a lot of cleaning up rocks and stuff, but once this all gets sown in with grass, it'll be just fine. Pretty fascinating watching him move all this. He's just moving the whole pile as he goes, and whatever he doesn't need, he's spreading it out. I forgot to show this. This is how deep in the ground that telephone pole was. I mean, I haven't measured it, but that's like probably 7 feet. It's buried to here. Huge. He shook that thing around and grabbed it and pulled it right out of there. I think it was nothing. And that's some concrete slab pieces I'm gonna have to bust up and haul off. The ditch is filled, and we are so glad. And watching this guy work was just fascinating. I mean, he's just like I may have already said this, I don't know, but he's like an artist with a paintbrush. He just painted everything the way he wanted it to be, and you'll see that when I get up on the hill. But I put this rock back and broke it, so I'm gonna have to put another one there. We're still gonna have a lot of work to do, you know, cleaning up, getting all these, going around with a wheelbarrow, picking up little rocks and whatnot. He's got all this dug out and ready for the walkway. Caught this conduit, a little bit of an oopsie. That was my fault. I told him it was deeper than it was. But that's okay. That won't affect nothing. So nice to be able to walk through here. And we discussed the drainage trench with him, and he knows his stuff. And he said that's just going to, you know, only catching the top water is not going to fix that cellar, that it would require you know, going all the way down to below the footer to do it. I got to move that tarp. But look at the way he sculpted this. That is just, I mean, fascinating. I think, you know, I mean, because once this all levels out and smooths over and has grass in it, we'll be able to mow everywhere except that corner. But we're all squared away. Now we need like 3 or 4 days of rain to kind of make this stuff settle. So. Anyway, gravel next.